It's official. The son of prime time, Deion Sanders, is heading to the NFL. Quarterback Shedeur Sanders has signed his rookie contract with the Cleveland Browns. The deal, announced by the team this past Monday, is for 4 years and $4.6 million. While the number might seem low for a high-profile player, it's important to understand how rookie contracts work in the NFL. Per the league's collective bargaining agreement, these deals are fixed on a scale. Where a player is drafted dictates the terms. As the 144th pick in the 5th round, Sanders' slot determined his 4-year, $4.6 million contract. Included in that is a signing bonus of $446.553, also dictated by his draft position. This signing now ensures that Shedeur Sanders will be competing for a roster spot and potentially even a starting position on a Browns team that has a rather crowded quarterback room. Leading up to the draft, Sanders was projected by some to be a first-round pick, based on his talent and high-profile status coming out of Colorado. However, pre-draft reports and evaluations caused his stock to fall. But even with those reports, his slide all the way to the 5th round was still considered a surprise by many analysts. It's interesting to note that his total $4.6 million rookie contract is actually less than his reported name, image, and likeness, nil, valuation while he was at Colorado. This highlights the unique financial landscape for college athletes in the nil era and the adjustment some players face when transitioning to the NFL's structured pay scale. Sanders wasn't even the first quarterback selected by the Browns in this draft. That honor belongs to former Oregon quarterback Gabriel, whom the Browns took in the 3rd round. Gabriel has yet to sign his rookie contract, but like Sanders, his deal will be determined by his draft slot. With Sanders signing, the quarterback situation in Cleveland is now a major storyline. Currently, the Browns have 5 quarterbacks on their roster, including Sanders and Gabriel. In addition to the 2 rookies, they also have veterans Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, and Kenny Pickett. However, the path to playing time for Sanders might be clearer than it seems at first glance. For various reasons, including injury, age, and performance, none of those veterans are guaranteed a spot atop the depth chart. Deshaun Watson, whose controversial tenure in Cleveland has been marred by poor performance and off-field issues, is also not expected to be available for the start of the season as he recovers from a second rupture of his right Achilles tendon. This creates a significant opportunity in Cleveland for both Shedeur Sanders and Gabriel. Neither of them are walking into a situation where they are guaranteed to sit on the bench. There is a very real chance for one of them to emerge as the primary backup, or even potentially compete for the starting job if Watson's recovery is prolonged or if he continues to struggle upon his return. For Shedeur Sanders, this is his chance to prove that his talent and pedigree translate to the NFL level. Regardless of where he was drafted, he has an NFL paycheck now, and he's looking to carve out his role in the league and a spot on the Cleveland Browns roster. The quarterback competition in Cleveland will be one of the most intriguing storylines to watch as training camp approaches. It's official. Quarterback Shedeur Sanders has signed his rookie contract with the Cleveland Browns. The 5th-round pick from Colorado inked a 4-year deal worth $4.6 million on Monday, a move announced by the team. Under the NFL's collective bargaining agreement, rookie contracts are largely predetermined by draft slot. Sanders, selected 144th overall, will receive a $446.553 signing bonus as part of his fixed deal. This contract valuation is notably less than his reported name, image, and likeness, nil, valuation during his college career at Colorado. A testament to his unexpected fall to the 5th round after being widely projected as a first-round talent. Sanders is the 4th of 7 Browns rookies to finalize their contracts, joining 2nd-round linebacker Carson Schwessinger, 3rd-round tight end Harold Fannin Jr., and 4th-round running back Dylan Sampson. Fellow rookie quarterback Gabriel, whom the Browns selected in the 3rd round ahead of Sanders, has yet to sign his projected $6.22 million deal. First-round pick Mason Graham and second-round pick Quinshon Judkins also remain unsigned. With his contract now in place, Sanders officially enters what promises to be a wide-open quarterback competition in Cleveland. The Browns' depth chart is currently crowded with 5 quarterbacks, but without a clear number one. Veteran Deshaun Watson, whose tenure has been plagued by poor performance and controversy, is not expected to be available for a significant portion, if not all, of the 2025 season due to a second rupture of his right Achilles tendon. This latest injury casts serious doubt on his immediate future. Joining Sanders and Gabriel in the quarterback room were established veterans Joe Flacco, who led the Browns to the playoffs in 2023, and Kenny Pickett, acquired in an offseason trade. For various reasons, including Watson's injury, age, and performance concerns surrounding the others, the starting job is truly up for grabs. Shedeur Sanders, now with an NFL paycheck, has a tangible opportunity to carve out a significant role and secure his spot on the Cleveland Browns roster as he competes to become the team's starting quarterback. The Cleveland Browns find themselves with a crowded and highly competitive quarterback room as they prepare for the 2025 season, largely due to the expectation that Deshaun Watson will miss the entire year with a torn Achilles. This has opened the door for a battle involving veterans Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, alongside rookies Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. However, despite being a recent draft pick, Sanders' place on the final 53-man roster is reportedly far from secure. Joe Flacco appears to be the leading candidate to start for the Browns, but the competition behind him is fierce. The team invested a third-round pick in Dillon Gabriel and a fifth-round pick in Shedeur Sanders in the 2025 NFL Draft, adding young talent to the mix, but with Pickett also on the roster after being acquired via trade. The numbers game means not everyone will make the cut. NFL analysts have begun to highlight the difficult decisions the Browns face. Some, like Charles McDonald and Nate Tice, have pointed to both Sanders and Pickett as being in potential danger. McDonald notably labeled Sanders as 3B on the depth chart behind Gabriel and Pickett. Early reports from rookie minicamp have only added to the uncertainty, with mixed evaluations of the two rookies. While some, like Zach Jackson of The Athletic, have praised Sanders' raw arm talent, others have been more impressed by Gabriel's command and decision-making early on. From a strategic standpoint, cutting Kenny Pickett might be perceived as an admission of failure given the team traded for him. This could potentially make the fifth-round pick, Shedeur Sanders, more expendable despite his undeniable talent and significant name recognition. Ultimately, while Sanders' ability to throw the football is not in question, the sheer number of quarterbacks on the roster is working against him. With Flacco expected to be the starter and Gabriel seen by some as the developmental prospect the team invested a higher pick in, Sanders will likely need to clearly outperform Kenny Pickett throughout training camp and the preseason to secure his spot on the active roster. As camp approaches, the battle for quarterback jobs in Cleveland is heating up, and Shedeur Sanders faces an uphill climb to avoid being the odd man out.